Hey students, this is your hints video for lesson 8.3, areas of circles. So we know that for area, we're going to use the equation area equals pi r squared. So we do need to find the radius before we can find the area. So your first several, you're either given the radius or the diameter and you need to find the area. So I picked number 6 where you're given the diameter. So we need to cut that in half to find that the radius is 1.5 or 1.5 inches. So our area will be pi times 1.5 squared. And it says to round to the nearest hundredth. So I'm going to use 3.14 for pi. In my calculator, I'm doing 1.5 times 1.5, that's 1.5 squared, times 3.14, and I get area equals 7.065. It says to round to the nearest hundredth, so that will be area is about equal to 7.07, and that's in square inches. So just pay careful attention to those, what they say to round to. Some of them say to round to the 10th or to the whole number. So for each problem, take a look at what it says to round to and round appropriately. All right, number 12, we have this Hillsborough Inlet Lighthouse lights up how much more area than the Jupiter Inlet Lighthouse? So we're going to find the area of each of these. It says to round to the nearest 10th. So let's first find the area of, I'm going to call it AH for the area of the Hillsborough Lighthouse. So that's a radius of 28 miles is the radius. So we have pi times 28 squared. And I'll just simplify that. 28 squared is 784. So I'm going to say the area of that lighthouse is about 784 pi. Then the area of the Jupiter Lighthouse will be pi times 18 squared. So I'll just simplify the 18 squared is 324. So the area of the Jupiter Lighthouse is 324 pi. So the difference will be 784 pi minus 324 pi. So you can just subtract with those whole numbers first. And we get that that difference is 460 pi. So you're just going to use 3.14 for pi and round your answer to the nearest 10th. All right, next we have several problems where you're finding the area of a semicircle. So you're going to think of this as you're just finding the area of the whole circle, cutting it in half. So our area of the semicircle is just 1/2 times pi r squared. In this case, our radius is 20 because they give us a diameter of 40. So this will be 1/2 times pi times 20 squared. That's 1/2 times pi times 400, or we can simplify that further to 200 pi. And then I'm going to have you go ahead and use 3.14 for pi. It says to round your answer to the nearest whole number. All right, and then the last one I'm going to show you here is number 17. It says that the dog is leashed to the corner of a house. How much running area does the dog have? So if we look at the space that the dog has, it looks like he has 3/4 of that circle. So if we know that area of a circle is pi r squared, this dog will have 3/4 times pi times r squared, where the radius is 20 feet. So you can go ahead and simplify it from there. It says to round to the nearest square foot if necessary.